want to see Thieves in the final lobby, guaranteed.
Northeast map. Gentlemates would probably be screaming for something like this right now. Unfortunately for them, they've got to sit and watch to see if they could somehow survive. I just don't feel like it's going to happen. But we're into the game. Teams go into their regular spots for the most part. Big fights over prison, though, and that's.
Do you think they're playing on the update that came out today?
But for the side of Falcons, it's going to be a farm up, see what they can do to stronghold this.
That's a good question, because they're not on the esports build that the CDL uses, so they might be on the new patch. I'm actually not sure.
Most likely,
I doubt it, though. I doubt it. No way.
The teams behind them. Watch out for some of those.
No way.
Now, a big shift here. 100 Thieves. This is
Gay
the
up
story.
would be kind of insane. I would imagine they probably play on the last patch.
Extremely northeastern zone. They drop Bio, completely shifting this map on its head, and said, fine, Imkoy, you've kind of chalked your own game, you've also chalked ours, we don't want to deal with the Falcons, we're playing opposite side of the map.
And the team they're going up against is a team who have been here for what feels like
they're on a locked version of the old patch? Okay, then yeah, if that's the case, I'm sure they'll probably stay on this patch.
Let's be honest, and they've struggled over towards bioweapons. It has not necessarily been a good play.
I mean, the uproar that would happen
a team like 100 Thieves to try and
if that was the case, if they had to play a new patch, would be insane.
The other shift, by the way, it happened last map as well. You were wondering probably where FaZe was landing. Chemical is wide open, so FaZe has landed at Chemical. They will likely be the first team that interacts with that Fnatic and 100 Thieves fight up in Bio if FaZe decides to leave. However, this don't
how Twisted do today? Well, they're still playing
submarine like it did last time we saw this one. It could pull to the Kim side.
Speaking of, here they are.
Patient while we watch this fight here in prison.
There we go. Twisted Minds get themselves inside of prison pretty early. You can already see
it didn't touch meta anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't. Everyone's
making sure that
so
this aggression isn't going to be well necessarily punished.
Everyone's battlefield right now.
Can he find much here? He's already found 2 kills to his name.
Okay, there we go. Thieves, good start.
The break.
Blast got 3 already.
Fnatic sticking over towards the sub, and we'll keep things going here. But yeah, getting interested on not just Fnatic, but FaZe Clan, who have come to join the party.
I thought they for sure would be patient, but I guess when you look at the leaderboard, you know you can't be. You got to get active. 100 Thieves, a team ahead of you on the leaderboard. You're sending 2 out, and they're right. There is no one over at
Twisted
Kim.
Minds
they can keep their anchor over there. This is reminiscent of the Falcons play style. Keep one slow, send the other 2 out.
Maybe,
J-Tech picking up several, and now Blast on the run.
Somewhere in there. They should be good.
Should be pretty short here if he can continue to
survive. This is FaZe.
Walls and wipes.
No kill for Blast. Oh my god.
Did anybody actually spawn up on the
oh my god. Thieves just. I think Thieves just. Thieves are gone.
100 Thieves out. Another miserable game.
Oh my god. Thieves are gone.
I thought it was such a good play to come up here, and
again, it's the inconsistency from them, man. They're either dropping 30 or they're out in the first 4.
On its head. FaZe has gotten risky, and it is paying off.
Oh, that is actually tragic. They're going to have to literally, they have to have
those kills coming
like a 30-point game, probably their last game.
Gold. That wipes an opposition
like minimum 25 to even have a chance.
Will still be outside of the top 7, and FaZe Clan can close that gap a significant amount. Fight starting to go on, of course, over towards the other side.
Still
of the
top 7, though? I mean, yeah, but there's 2 teams that are right behind them that are still alive.
There are 3 or 4 different teams still outside the circle.
Again, northeastern zone. That means the Falcons.
I think they're all within like 5 points of each other. I mean, that's
the Falcons, by the way. This is the
5
zone
kills.
that they struggled with. The only map that the Falcons have struggled with, and they might struggle again, especially getting pinched here for Twisted Minds. Z-Smith's going to come down from on high. They're going to try to wipe this entire team if they can get a handle on them. Question is, have they found out where Shifty is?
Interview did not age well.
Could he sneak in late?
Yeah, it's not aging well. Here we go. Twisted Minds versus Hazoka. Hazoka's going to fall.
Before we'll find himself coming back up. They did
Shifty's here as well.
Shifty now can
he might be toaster.
Active. Can he find anything on the way out?
I think I just saw Biffle landing back in though. He's landing. I think he's going water. Yep, there he is in the water.
You managed to get yourselves back up and running if you're Falcons, if only just by the hair on your chin. But look at what's going on over towards the east side as well. Teams fighting all across the top of prison. Top of the prison now belongs to EVOS Esports.
EVOS getting a little mixy here in the last 3 games. They said, don't worry, you might see us in LCQs, but we're going to go out with a bang regardless of this leaderboard. By the way, off screen, what you missed, Rock Esports, also one of the teams that are out. Of course, they were in a pretty good position on the leaderboard, but dropping
I didn't even see that. Rock Esports also eliminated, so that's
there is
very
still a
good
lot
for
of breathing
Thieves.
room going into this last map. This leaderboard is going to be
so now they're just rooting on CT
going into the
tonight.
Final one, pending the way this one ends. So let's get into it. Falcons again regain Blender, however, still alive. This is the one zone that has caused them a bit of concern as
push the jailbreak button.
Potentially find out where Hazoka is and hold this team.
I'd push it every game. They can't give me that.
This is all played out with, and how this is good for is got to be TM.
Almond with a nice win on Hazoka.
If you're Almond, you'll take your second.
I thought he was going to lose that.
No problem against Hazoka. But at this stage, yeah, for TM, they're a team who's sitting in that top 7. teams just below them dropping out like flies. I mean, what, we've lost 3 teams, 3 of them all in contention for that top set.
Yeah, 5 Fears moved over to the harbor side, now holding Twisted Minds. The gunshots in the sky with a signal flare that they have an opportunity to play edge of zone.
How many games left? 2. This one and one more.
Fortunately, it does look like the CT squad has lost only a couple plates overall, winning the fight over here.
I mean, Extra has 4 kills
CT
already.
Within striking distance, with the 2 teams ahead of them down. CT can
this
make
is the team
top
I want to
right
watch.
Now, rather than the last
I wouldn't even
map.
mind if they kept it on these guys the rest of the game.
The rest of these lurking players from Leviathan who drop here.
We'll be starting a little bit of trouble here. Actually, 1 player remaining will just about get out. So teams who are really on this bubble
He's chewing gum. He's not winning this.
Have to be a team like FaZe. They were way out of the conversation and are talking very loudly right now. They're well and truly.
Or something I don't know.
Being talked about throughout everybody else. When we get into segments, they will be in and amongst
chewing
it.
Gum
If this game keeps playing out the way it has done.
Okay, off screen, take a look at this. Now on screen, J-Tech flanked both sides of this team of 3 being chowed right now. 5 Fears takes out the anchor. On the other side, it's Patsuka and Fnatic who have pushed out the remaining players of FaZe. Luckily, 1 player in the air floating. FaZe is not out of this map, but they are in a blender right now.
It's going to be a hard regain from where you are as well. A lot of teams in and around them. We'll keep an eye on how things are going there. 5 Fears, though, they were a team who surprised us towards the latter stages of yesterday. Okay, yeah, they're not really going to be anywhere near you would like to think. It'll take something quite spectacular.
All right, Falcons are all grouped up right now. They're not playing out.
Where they can put themselves in that final day.
It's a tough fight, too. I mean, they're probably going to back off this. Those headies are brutal.
Their way through Harbor. We're on board now with Falcons, who have had to stack together just a little bit. It has been a case of fighting with their backs up against the wall. They've come out swinging. Not necessarily too many kills, but they are surviving.
Well, you ask Amex, maybe step up for some of our other teams to give some breathing room on the leaderboard. And so far, I think I just saw Tenex pick up 3. They're kind of in a blender as well, split, but we're finding kills together inside of prison. Sucra doing a lot of the same.
Why does Shifty look like Apathy?
Falcons lying in wait, playing this prison side. Now, if I'm the Falcons, I'm playing for a win. I want to prepare for the finals. I've already made it there.
I see it a little bit.
They want to continue to prove that they are the best team here, and they want to make sure that they can practice whenever they can of getting a win. But unfortunately, on the rotation, it looks like
Resurgence
CT
closing in like
another
40 seconds.
Which is pick off Shifty and make their lives a little bit more difficult.
Yeah,
dude, again, this top half of the map, I feel like it's every single circle has been ending
down towards the dock
over
side
near
of
like
things,
damage.
are trying to continue
Every
to survive
game
as well, but they do catch Falcons off guard. Fights going on here, still over towards bioweapons, and it still is the regular customers over towards this side of the map.
Yeah, the only new customer
Bubbles,
is going to be
in.
that Movistar Koi, who's come all the way up from control. We lost
Falcons
2 members. They regained, and you're right, Falcons swinging all the way to Bio. You see 1 remainder in Industrials while this fight's happening on your screen. A big fight for CT, because this is one of the teams on the bubble looking for a play. Pick up 1 who gets a buy.
Oh, that's actually huge. He steals that kill away. Yo, CT's having a big time game right now. He's got 6. Last time we saw Extra, he had 4. I'm sure he's probably got at least 1 or 2 more since that point.
2 teams actually making their way up from Chemical, but here
Thieves are sweating right now, for sure. Thieves are sweating.
Hisoka is there for the trade. Teammate alongside of him, but there are a couple of other teams who probably want to get into this mix. 5 Fears, not too far away, looking to try and hold over towards where Falcons are. Biffle finds Patsuka. Fnatic finding themselves in a little bit of a bad situation. Clubs are going to have to drop in here for the side of FaZe. They need to continue to survive.
Good day to be named Tim. What's up, City?
Lions Den. Falcons are very much it.
Yeah, it's not a bad one, is it?
Wiped almost off screen by Evos. They picked up several. J-Tech is on 8 kills, so the FaZe team does put up a decent amount of points this game.
Not
even if
a
they
bad
don't even
one.
make top 10. You say top 10? Yeah, we still have 11 teams alive. This one playing a lot.
I saw someone say he doubled his sub count
Shifty
since when he started his stream today.
Over Bio. Clumsy trying to find an angle to get in. The door only open for a moment as several teams are in the area. Zakar goes down. The Falcons maintain control over Bio, and Fnatic is holding on for their dear life on top.
Yeah, FaZe are a team who are in the water trying to survive, and there actually seems to be a pistol fight going on. I believe that's VK actually getting in amongst it. We'll keep an eye on how that one's going to go, because if FaZe go out,
subs
this was a huge opportunity for them.
Today?
But right now, Falcons are playing spoiler over towards Bio. We'll see you later, Fnatic. They have just gained control of that side of the map. But you can see in the top left corner,
Yo, Zin, you want to play after this is over? There's one more game after this.
Right
you want to play?
Currently belonging to the side of CT. They are in a prime spot to put themselves in this top set.
I'm really impressed with this CT squad to be able to rotate rotate out of prison, get pushed out, regain, get into industrials, win the fight. They've pushed Five Fears completely out, and now they have the entire
I might not be on for a couple more hours.
to themselves. Now you can
Oh
see
wait, you're not on yet? I thought you were on.
most of that building is not going to be in the zone, and they're going to have to rotate out. Now we do see Twisted Minds off screen. They pick up a kill on a squad that really hasn't threatened them, but those are big kills for Twisted Minds to make sure they maintain a top 7 position.
I mean, just seen Falcons actually pull out of a fight somewhat. They didn't like it. The fight over towards Industries was not working out for them, but on screen right now is center zone instead of chemical engineering right now.
Twisted Minds are in a good spot right here.
Serious gap. A serious amount of breathing.
Really, anybody in this building is in a good spot. Unless it pulls to their east right now.
The tally. Shots coming in. Squad number 9 has been wiped. We
I don't think it will.
More of 5 Fears in this game. We may well not see too much of the side of Leviathan if they keep getting picked up here by Almond and Co.
Oh my God, it pulls directly on top of them. It literally pulls on them. They're in a great spot.
It's starting to shrink towards chemical engineering. Falcons
CT
are
is
try
not,
and make
though.
their push over towards that side, but currently they're holding over towards Industries who are CT right now. Trying to get
Shouldn't be the
themselves
hardest
up.
rotate though. They got nobody down low. They should be able to just rotate in.
CT once again not getting the zone pull that they would like. Gonna have to rat their way forward. Luckily with the full
Got the
team of
ammunition,
3,
got their smokes up.
they can try to play this. Unfortunately, it does look like the Falcons absolutely know where they are.
The Falcons are going to move themselves.
Oh yeah, the Falcons are just going to rotate out. They don't really care about wiping this squad. They're going to try to get to position. Reminder, the Falcons want to win this game. They want to prove that they're the best. And over in Chemical, we've got 3 teams stacked on top of each other.
Ask Tim to host you?
First pro out of this lobby means that Twisted Minds can breathe. They were breathing underwater before, but now it's just oxygen filling their lungs full. There are now 3 teams inside of Chemical and more joining them. CT take the bottom. Talk about a layer cake. We got as many layers as you can possibly
CT gets in.
Look at how
Only 2 alive though.
Themselves on top of the roof.
This has to be a big game for CT. I've seen all of them. They all have like 6, 7 kills. If they get good placement, multiplier here. This is massive for them.
They're just trying to survive underwater right now as the rest of the team's getting it on in chemical engineering.
Twisted Minds versus FaZe, likely the next fight that we will see. I expect CT to play nice and slow, but look at the zone
look at the zone pull.
Unfortunately, Rob,
it's actually horrible.
You got the zone pull, but it doesn't matter. You got a cluster strike right on your head. Like the analysts talk about in the late
They just have high ground. How do they rotate this?
Everything. Jawad, Robstar in deep trouble.
I mean, they can jump. No, if they jump right, they're going to jump right. Wait. They have the timing, but they don't know that.
Twisted Minds have fallen. Not 2 of them. 3 of them gone.
Twisted Minds eliminated.
Finding it, and who's finding it? It's FaZe. Time and time again when they need to. 3 teams remaining in chemical engineering, and now they need to start moving. 30 seconds of the zone closing.
Whoever the yellow team is in a good spot, but everyone is looking at them. If they can just survive this.
Many of these teams are on the bubble. Jawad and Robstar have
Hazoka dies trying to go early.
The zone pull. They could potentially win this as well, but CT not going down without a fight. They might be last to the party, but it doesn't mean they won't be the last to leave. Here we go. Jawad.
Oh, this is about to get wild. This is about to get real wild. How does CT?
Able to play it, but no cover to work with. Double push.
Number 6 is still out.
Almost seemingly working together, but Robstar wins.
Is it a 1v1? Is it a heal off?
Stays off the map. It's just Diaz Biffle by
no
himself.
self-res.
Some way, Robstar last alive for his team, lying in wait for the final player to die in zone.
Oh my God! I was like, where's the last guy?
Or will you take Robstar's? He will.
Okay, well, that's kind of a cheesy way to win, but they get it done. Robstar
won a map. Unreal.
The SND player getting a win, didn't even have to shoot a bullet.
Comes in. I'm thinking chalk.
Hey, they'll take that.